101 review. Book 101 is all about the books that I read for the last 40 years. And today I have my special guest. He's a holistic business consultant and founder of Financial Chakras, no other than Mr. Ash Shukla. Welcome to Book 101, Mr. Ash, and can you please introduce more about yourself?
Absolutely. Hey guys, my name is Ash Shukla. First of all, Danielle, thank you so much for welcoming. I really appreciate you. Those of you who are here, my name is Ash Shukla, and I am a holistic business consultant. I came here from India with $20 and no English. I grew up here in Maryland. I was a financial professional for 27 plus years. I wasn't bad when I started. I was pathetic. I had to blackmail my dad through my mom to get the first sale in the door, and eventually I became really good. And I was managing over $300 million at one point. I started my own company, Financial Chakras, in 2008 as a holistic business consultant. I've helped over 5,000 entrepreneurs. I've taken several of them over $1 million in revenue, and I have received a congressional honor for my work. And I've written a book called Sell Like Crazy. And my mission is only one: is to help entrepreneurs and business owners either accumulate $1 million plus wealth and or build $1 million plus business. And that's my mission. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. I hope Mr. Ash will help me to build $1 million podcast. Mr. Ash Shukla, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge to the world. So let's talk about holistic wellness. Can you
Sure.
tell us about this?
Yeah, so in terms of a holistic wellness, what I find holisticism wise is there are five areas of life that you have, right? In your health, relationship, business, finance, and spirituality, and all five areas that intertwine with each other. And I find that when one area of your life is off balance, other areas also go off balance. So I find that when you keep all five areas of life totally balanced, then you are able to move forward much faster, and you create less blocks and less stoppages in your life and less hurdles, so you can clear the path and reach your destination at a much faster speed. So
Mr. Ash, why is it important to take a whole person approach to health and well being?
well, I mean, number one, I don't think you want your you know uh, you want one part of your life to only go forward and then have a regret in other parts of your life. A lot of times individuals, business owners, they end up having a from a regret, like especially when we get older. And a lot of people who get older, whether they are business owner, entrepreneur, or working, or any profession, they find themselves regretting certain things. And obviously you want to live a fulfilled and joyful life, and to do that, it's better to be holistic than not.
Indeed, it's better to be holistic. Mr. Ash, what are the key pillars of holistic wellness that you focus on in your consulting work?
Okay, could you repeat the question again, please?
What are the key pillars of holistic wellness that you focus on in your consulting work?
So in my consulting work, we focus on, like I mentioned earlier, five main pillars in your health, relationship, business, finance, and spirituality, and all five areas. And we believe that it because with five areas you can create a fist, or you can say namaste, right? Depends on what you need to use. Okay, so
Yes.
that's why we focus on five areas.
Namaste. And where do most people tend to overlook or neglect aspects of their or overall well-being?
I believe that most people tend to overlook finances. They avoid. Frankly, they just want they don't want to look at it, right?
True.
I find that to be factual. The second thing I find is that for health and wellness, right? Sometimes it's in top of our mind, but we don't really. Sometimes we don't take action like we should. You know, when it comes to let's see, spirituality, many people overlook it all the time because they feel like it's the magic of the universe, right? So, and magic of the universe, I mean, who wants to believe in magic when, like, we feel like, oh, that's not needed, we can just do everything ourselves, right? Until it's the end, like, like a life or death situation or dire situation, that's the only time we believe in magic. And I think that gets overlooked the most, if you will, right? In terms of,
Yes.
in your, when you take a look at, like, you know um, relationships, if you will, relationships are really, they are neglected, or they are, in many ways, like, not appreciated enough, I believe. So that causes sometimes an issue, right? And your business, and your business section, because of, like, some parts of all of this, normally ends up suffering, is what I find. Business and finances really get to suffer because of all these other things that are not in alignment.
Indeed, Mr.
Yeah.
As. And let's think about the practical application. What are the some small practical steps someone can take to begin living a more holistic lifestyle?
First and foremost, like, I would suggest that if you really want to live a holistic lifestyle, like, I teach this in my practice, is that, because everything in the universe is energy, right? Energy has frequency, and whether we realize it or not, I just read on, I was listening to some video or something, and they said that in a certain part of the world where they're using kinetic energy from
Yes.
walking to create electricity, for their city. So, obviously we are energy for sure. Now the question is, how do you, utilize that energy, to our benefit on a day-to-day basis. So the first thing is, when you wake up in the morning, early in the morning, do 10 random gratitudes. And the 10 random gratitudes begin with, so when you wake up and before you go to bed, right when your mind is in completely, just begin to awaken, right? Do the 10 random gratitude early in the morning and late at night. Once you do those two pieces, okay, then you get to the next step, okay, is to make sure you're doing some sort of a ritual where you are taking shower, and maybe after a shower you're doing a ho'opono prayers, or some sort of prayers that can really still you, if you will, in your mind, body, and spirit. Okay. And then the third big thing that I always recommend is, make sure you look at your vision board early in the morning and before you go to bed at night. And I think it's always a great idea to do that, to help yourself. And if nothing else works, join my daily wealth manifestation, and I can help you there.
Yes. Stop complaining, people. Be grateful in everything you had. So
Yes.
how do you help clients identify areas of imbalance in their wellness journey?
Okay, so there are a few ways, right? So number one, I have, a lot of times, I'll do one-on-one meetings. So if they go to my about page on this website, they'll find a calendar link, so they can book a call with me. That's one way to do it. Most Second most effective way that I found is that I do a 3-day event, which is going to get posted in about a week or so on this site. So in terms of my 3-day event on financialchakras.com, you'll find my 3-day event. So you can go to financialchakras.com and go to my 3-day event, where I actually work with your energetics, and I show you exactly what you need to do to create your current financial flow, like, what's going on right now. And then also we help you create a signature financial flow, so you can build a better future. So those two would be a good starting point. A third good starting point would be my community, which is financialchakras.mn.co. So M as in Mary, N as in Nancy. So financialchakras.mn.co. And that particular community is designed to help entrepreneurs, business owners, individuals really, nurture them inside. So if you're having some issues or what have you, and you want to talk to me, you can always join my community as well. It's completely free, no obligation whatsoever.
Mr. As, can you share a success story of someone who experienced transformation through holistic wellness?
Yeah, so I'm gonna give you a couple of good solid examples. Okay, so one person. It was my very first client who I started working with. I didn't know I was actually was going to do speaking engagement for financial planning back in the day when I was a financial planner. I ended up speaking about business, and somebody loved it. They came up to me. They're like, "Can you help me out?" Literally in 2 weeks, we closed a $50,000 deal. Their company was going to go under. They needed funding, and it turned out to be a good funding source for them. And eventually, we built a $10 million company. I helped another financial advisor. She was at $6 million in business. Her goal was to get to 12 million in 1 year. We did that in 3 months, right? And also, like, I have many other holistic, like, a lot of holistic business owners comes to me. One wellness organization came to me. They were at about $250,000 in business, and because of practices and all the stuff that we put in place, they are at over $1 million in revenue right now. So these are some of the quick examples of somebody who has accomplished some stuff.
Congratulations, Mr. Ash, for helping people all over the world. Let's talk about the mind body connection. How powerful is the mind body connection when it comes to healing and optimal health?
So I believe is mind body connection is a overused term in many ways. I believe is the soul connection that's more important. The soul connection which actually triggers the mind and the body, right? So in reality, your feelings are actually connecting your thoughts and beliefs and your actions. So your mind body operates based on your soul connection rather than just mind and body connection. So I would venture to say that first create a proper soul connection that's so necessary for you to win in life, in many ways. So I think that if you were to take a look at a conductor that combines the two, is actually the soul, a connection that combines the mind and body. And I would suggest to do that. So it's a soul, mind, and body would be the ideal path that somebody would take.
What role does stress play in overall wellness and how it can be managed holistically?
So stress is a big issue, right? A lot of people they become immobilized, right? When stress comes. So what happens when stress comes, energetically, from a chakras point of view, internally you create like a fog, right? And that fog begins to take over, and you're not able to take any action, and you feel stuck. Okay. So when it comes to the stress, okay, to deal with stress, the simplest way to deal with stress is, you sit down. Okay, you sit down and literally start doing, like, certain things, like count, take mala beads. If you don't have mala beads, I can show you like rosary beads or something like that. Or there's online counters on your phones. There are online counters, right? Count 108 times. Do something like, you might pray to universe. So let's just say you're praying to universe, and you can just say, you know um XYZ universe, thank you. XYZ universe, thank you. Like, if you do something like that, right? Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Thank you, universe. Even if you just do that simply 108 times, right? That will help your mind to get into a still state. And there's a story behind that where, there was a guy in India, and he was very poor, and he was like, looking for wealth and abundance and alignment and all those things. And one day he found a lamp, and he rubbed the lamp, and genie appeared, and genie said, "Hey, I have one condition for you. And the condition is, I have to give you whatever you want, but you have to keep asking. That's the rule. Okay. And you cannot stop asking." So the guy asked for, for first asked for money. Genie says, "No problem, tatastu," right? Done. Then he says, "I want the house and the cars and everything." And then eventually guy asks for the universe, because he's like, That's the only thing left." And genie said, "No problem." And then at the end he's like, "Okay, now you have to ask me for more." And the guy's like, "I have nothing else to ask you. I got everything." And so, genie said, "Okay, no problem." So then, guy's like, "I don't know what to do." So he went to the Himalayan mountain, near Mount Everest or wherever, and then he found a rishi, a guru, right, in the caves. And he went and asked Rishi, there's a genie outside, and he's like, I have to ask him for more stuff because that's the deal we made, but I don't know what to ask. And so this Rishi, the guru said, go outside and tell him to take a 108-foot bamboo pole and stick it underground, and take the other 108-foot bamboo pole and stick it above ground. So that way, and then your wish is to have the genie go up and down that bamboo pole. Now the question is, what's genie?
Hmm.
And the genie is your mind. And every single time you do something or not, right, your genie, your mind, your spiritual being consistently delivers whatever it is that you're looking for. And the only way to steal that, the first thing to get rid of this fog, this anxiety, this worry and all that, is to steal it. And the best way to steal that is through rosary beads or mala beads, where you get to do that, or some sort of a counter on your phone where you count 108 times, right? Whatever that may be. So that would be my suggestion.
Great analogy, Mr. Ash. Great analogy.
Thank you, my friend.
As a holistic business consultant and a founder of Financial Chakras, what are your short term and long term goals?
My first long-term goal, my short-term goal is to help. Obviously, I want to help as many people as I can. Okay, but my biggest thing is to help people get on a journey, and get on the journey with them to either accumulate a $1 million wealth or build a $1 million business. And my short term goal for daily, like, I have three things that I do very distinctively, which is daily wealth manifestation, right? Daily wealth manifestation goal is to reach 2000 members in daily wealth manifestation. I do that 2 times a day, early in the morning and late at night. And that's good for somebody who can't stay focused, who's looking to really get motivated every day, or looking to create breakthroughs and things of the nature. Daily wealth manifestation works out to be really well. Then I have 3 day events, which I have had a maximum capacity of like 200 people so far, and 100 people or so on average. The goal is to grow that 200 people, so that I can really make an impact on other people's lives. And then my third biggest goal I have right now is, of course, my VIP mastermind. We are sitting at about 15-20 members, and my goal is to grow to 200 members. Now, why am I going to do all that, and what is the main purpose? Because my goal is to really live my fulfilled life, and I want to make an impact on other people's life as much as possible, right? And I do these things every day, daily wealth manifestation and daily VIP mastermind, because I really want to make an impact. And when I go from this earth, I want to, I want to know that I've done amazing work from my work point of view, right? My wealth, my business, all that is doing well. There's not much to say on that front. In terms of my family life, I have a daughter. She's about to be a doctor. I've been married for 27 years, and most importantly, spiritually speaking, I have stuff in the house. I mean, we do prayers in the house, but I also do daily wealth manifestation. So in many ways, I'm blessed, including my health. I'm very, very blessed, and I just want to help as many people as I can through my pillars that I have created to help other people in the best way possible.
Indeed, Mr. Ash, you're truly blessed, and thank you so much for sharing your blessing to the world. And before we wrap up our discussion for today, I'm inviting you to please do listen to my other podcast, people. My other podcast, because my abstract essay is already in fifth season, abstract poetry in second season, book 101 review for sure it's in fifth season already, Comedy 101 in second season, and Food 101 in its fifth season too. Geography 101 and Love Letters are in third season, and my baby podcast, Mental Health 101. Movie 101 review and Music 101 in its fourth season, and Science 101 and Sex 101 is in first season. So please do listen to them wherever you listen your podcast. Mr. House, if someone is just starting their holistic wellness journey, what is the most important piece of advice would you give them?
If they're starting their holistic journey, the first thing is to understand how to ground yourself. like understand how to steal yourself. Learn there's a place in time where you always still yourself, and the question is, how do you do that? Find that and do that every time.
Yes, indeed, a great advice for Mr. Ash Shukla. And again, Mr. Ash, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge to the world and hoping for more and more and more empowering coaching to come. So, can you please invite our listeners to support your business itself?
Absolutely. Guys, thank you guys so much. First of all, Danielle, thank you so much for having this interview. I appreciate you. People who are, those of you who are listening to me, I want to say thank you so much for listening. I love you guys very, very much. And be sure to visit financialchakras.com and book a call with me. And I'll be happy to talk to you and see what I can do for you. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you. And you can join my community, financialchakras.m as in Mary, N as in Nancy, .co. You can join a free community of our individuals who think just like you and who really wants to be in a Zen zone. If you like that, join the community. Thank you.
Yes, people, I support Mr. Al Shukla because if you support him, more and more and more empowering coaching to come. So, Mr. Ash, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Modicon people, see you soon.
See you later.